we do have with us Wambui Mureithi. She is a model and student at Kenya Utalii College. Asante kwa kuja. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And she's also wearing her crown, you know. She'll be telling us more about that. So tell us about yourself and your story.
My name is Wambui Mureithi. I'm 19 years old. I am the former Miss Tourism Kenya, Kirinyaga County, 2013-2014 that is. And this year I was called upon to represent Kenya in Miss United Continents. That's why I have this crown, because I'm going to represent Kenya in Ecuador in August to September for the Miss United Continents. I'll be the first Kenyan representative, and I'm very excited to do that.
And I really need you to come back home with a crown. You know, it's very important.
I have to. And I'm so excited about that also. But apart from that, I'm a student at Kenya Utalii. I'm pursuing travel and tourism management. And I'm also the founder of the initiative called Niko Soba Campaign.
Go again.
I am the founder of the initiative called Niko Soba Campaign.
Okay.
What we basically do is that we're teaching the community on the harms of illicit brews. With what the president just did the other day, he's really supported what some of these initiatives in the county government, the county level we're doing. Because what we're trying to do is empower the boy child, teach him that he has a place in the society and he needs to come up and claim that responsibility that he has. We're also teaching them that we need to drink responsibly. We're not telling them not to drink, we're telling them it's time we learn the culture of drinking responsibly. So that's what I basically do.
Yes. Okay then, and just still on you, we send in a lot of beauty queens to represent Kenya in the outside world. But one thing that you know sometimes happens is there's so much clamor when it's when it's starting and on the country level, but when it gets out there, you know, when the models come back, there's no buzz anymore. There's no highlight of what even happened as much as she went to represent us. And sometimes most of them die down. Their fire dies down. Some of them have really come out well and they do amazing initiatives and projects. So what do you plan to do with your crown? Because to demystify that aspect of a beauty queen, I mean, from the way you sound, you do sound intelligent and you know what you want, and at a very young age, she's very good. But how do you keep your mind always up with what's happening and knowing that for me to bring the crown home, this is what needs to happen? Because history has said that ABCD happens to some Kenyan models. They don't bring back home the crown.
What I think happens is that some of this, and I'm not attacking them, what happens is that they come to the beauty pageant industry or world with the wrong mentality. Like, I want to look pretty, I want to be famous, I want to be seen here and there. But what they forget is that the whole point of a beauty pageant is supposed to be a representative for a voice of the people in the society. So if you do not have that in mind, you will not go far, because you'll be just there, you'll go do the pageant, you go do the catwalk, and then after that, when catwalk is no longer required, what else are you doing? You know, you're supposed to be the voice to a certain group of people. You should go with a certain initiative and go with it. If you think, like for me, I think illicit because it's really affecting people from my county and from Kirinyaga County. So I decided to be the voice of those people and to talk about them and to talk and bring a way that they can be helped out of it. So with my crown, this is what I plan to do. I plan to help the boys in the community and make their voice be heard, because I think we've stepped really down on our boys and it's time we give them the voice that they require in the community. So that's what I plan to do, and I plan to also encourage any other beauty pageant, because right now we have so many in Kenya. I'm planning to also encourage them and to tell them, let's come together. We don't have to go each on separate ways. If I come as Miss Tourism, as Miss United Continent, I can call on Miss Tourism Kenya, I can call on Miss Earth, and we work together towards a certain mission that is going to help the community as a whole, because that's what we're really here for.
And I also very, survey in international aspects, because some of the questions I also asked are those very international questions. And you find, okay, fine, you know what's supposed to be happening right in your home front, but what about what's happening around the world? Do you keep yourself to task, knowing what's happening internationally in the news forums, back here in Kenya? Can you be able to argue out more beyond that is required of you as a beauty pageant?
Yes, I think one of the basic requirements for beauty pageant is that you have to be an all-round person, a person who knows what is going on around you and can be able to relate it to the matters at hand. So what I basically do is I watch news as usual, and I read the papers, and I keep updated on the current issues that is going on, so that if I'm asked, Wambui, what do you think? Because you're supposed to also be a voice of reason. If they come to you and ask you, Wambui, what do you think we should do about this and that? You can argue out out and you can relate it with other people, because we are not Kenya alone. We are a whole society. Anything that happens in Tanzania, anything that happens in Uganda can also affect us. So we should look at everything around us and see how we can help each other out so that we can stand all together as a region. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You better come back with that crown. You do sound like you know what you're saying. Right. You said you're 19?
Yes, yes.
So at what age did you discover that I hope this is your purpose?
Yes,
are you living your purpose?
Yes, I am.
Or has it just come along by the way?
No.
This is your purpose.
Yes,
when did you discover that this is your purpose and this is what you definitely want to do?
Back in high school, I was in State House Girls High School. I used to remember there's one time I was called upon to give a speech in front of the whole school, and of course I was very terrified. But from that point, it's like they pushed me to realize my talent and what I'm good at, and from that point onwards, I always used to use it as a key to get what I want. And I think as young people in Kenya, this is basically what you should try and find, that one thing that you're very good at and let it work for you. You can be very good at speaking, or as he is at drawing, and then you sit on it. If you sit on it and expect everyone to come on your way to help you, that's not going to work. But what happens is that if you know what you're good at, I'm good at public speaking, I'm good at convincing people to do A, B, C, and D. If my dream is to make sure that no other young person dies because of alcohol, we're not going to bury any more youth because of alcohol. Let it be anything else except from that. Let me use what I'm good at to work towards gaining that I want to do. So I think what is going on with the young people, we're used to having it so easy. Our parents gave this to us. Our teachers help us do A, B, C, D. Our guardians help us do everything that we want to. But the time when it comes for you to stand on your own, it becomes very difficult. You wonder, what should I do? So what I'd like to encourage the young people to do is that the same way that our parents were able to stand on their own is the same way we should learn to do the same.
But you think this generation has that discipline? They call our generation the microwave generation.
Yes.
We're not patient.
True.
Yes, to get things done. We just want, like, I'm looking at you, and maybe if I'm young, I'm as young as you, and I'm just saying, okay, I just want to wear that crown. I don't care what you went through.
Exactly. And I think that's actually the basic thing that is killing us, all of us. Everyone sees a very expensive phone. You don't really care how it happened. You want to have it today. You wanted to have it as soon as yesterday. You're not careful enough to know what entails having that expensive phone. So what I think we should do as young people is that we should advocate for everyone to not have an easy lifestyle, to know what entails to have what is all glittering and what is everywhere. If you want the good car, you want the good life, you have to know that there's working hard that entails that. Like for me, for example, to have this initiative, I had to every day wake up, knock on cooperatives. I want you guys to fund me. You need to fund me. This is what I want to do. And people will tell you no, and be ready to hear no very often before you get a yes. Because for you to know how precious something is, you need to work with it. You need to work for it. The same thing as a diamond. You don't just go and collect a diamond. You have to work for it. You have to really put so much pressure on it for it to come out as beautiful as it is. And I think that's one thing that we need to advocate in all youth, that we have to work. Work is compulsory. It's not something that you wake up and everything is okay. You really have to work for what you get. Yes.
Okay.